All right, we are looking at the June 2018 Algebra 1 Regents exam. We're starting out by looking at question number 1 over here. It's a pretty easy one, at least in terms of the skills you need to do. Unfortunately, it's not a free calculator one, though there is some calculator stuff you could do with it. Okay. The solution 2, 4p plus 2 less than 2 parentheses p plus 5 is, and then they give you some options. So I just, I wrote on paper the question itself, and we're just going to solve it algebraically first. And then we'll talk about like sort of a cheat way to deal with this eventually. What's going on? I want to kind of full screen all the rest of this nonsense. What's going on? Oh, that's to focus. It's good for now. Okay, so 4p plus 2 is less than 2p plus 5. First thing I'm going to do is distribute, so I'll go ahead and do that. I end up with 4p again, unchanged, plus 2 less than unchanged, but then I've got 2p plus 10, and now I want to get all my p's onto one side, all the numbers onto the other. So I'll do minus 2p to both sides. I'll just do it one step at a time for now, starting with this. So 2p plus 2 less than 10. Now I need to get the 2 away, so I'll subtract 2 from both sides here. I've got 2p is less than 8, and then my very last step is just to say, well, 2p less than 8, I need to say p by itself, so I will divide both sides by 2. That cancels p. I did not divide by a negative, so I'm not changing the sign over here. So it's just going to be p is less than 4. That is my answer, and that looks like it is answer choice 4. Another thing you can do, and I'll just do it really quick, another thing you can do is you can just in your calculator start plugging these different things in and seeing if it works. So I'll start by writing out the thing, 4p plus 2 less than, all right, blah, blah, blah. So new document, I won't save, and I'm going to say I'll add a calculator. I could just start plugging in 4x plus 2, control, and then equal sign to get this thing, less than, what is it, 2p plus, 2 parentheses x plus 5. And so, right, it says, okay, variable's not defined, but you can use stow to check and see if it works. So I can say, all right, how about if I do, I'm going to take x and I'm going to stow 5 in for x. What? Oh, sorry, other way around. You have to take 5 and stow it into x, right? The 5 is going into the x. That's done, and now if I copy this, it will tell me true or false. It says false because, all right, that's saying if I plug 5 in for x, it doesn't work, right? And 5 in for x would be answer choice 3. This is saying p is bigger than 4. So I said, well, what's a number that's bigger than 4? 5. I plugged the 5 in there, and I checked, well, if 5 works, then that means it would be answer choice 3. It's the only one that 5 is allowed in. And if 5 works, then it works. Unfortunately, it doesn't. You know what? This is too much. Just do the algebra. I'm going to cut that part out.